pencil, computers, these things never lived. They never breathed once. They never responded to stimuli. They don't really need a suitable living environment because they don't live, right? So these are some examples of non-living things. So also it includes things that has a change in nature. Okay, so whoop, my bad. So again, like if you're a tree and you go from being a tree to being shaved down and pressed and processed into a chair, even though the tree was once living, the chair has a change in nature. So that has now considered a non-living thing because the chair itself never lived, but the tree did live. Okay, does that make sense? Can I get a thumbs up if everybody follows me? Everybody can tell. Everybody knows the difference between non-living and living. Thank you, Darius. Thank you, Jalea. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you, Kalia. Thank you, Ranika. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So we all get it, right? Cool. So we're gonna move past this, so we all know what non-living things are. And the last thing we're gonna talk about are dead things. Okay. So dead things are dead if they were alive at one time but are no longer alive. Okay. So I know we just talked about a chair being considered non-living, right? Because the tree used to be alive. They cut the tree, they processed it, they made the chair, and now the chair is a non-living thing, right? But if you cut a tree down and it's just laying there and it can't grow anymore, it doesn't have any more life, would that tree be considered non-living, or would that tree be considered dead? Even Miss Trin looks a little confused. So what do you guys think? Would it be living or non-living, or would it be dead? Seeing some response come in. Thank you, Jalea. Thank you, Jeremiah. That tree actually would be considered, it was living, but it then died. It was not non-living, because non-living, as you remember, is what? It never ever was living, right? It never had life. It never was living. So some example of things that went from being living things to dead are animals, right? Animals that have died are considered dead. Leaves that have fallen off of trees are considered dead. Skin that a snake shed are considered dead material. And if the tree was cut and fell down, that would also be considered dead as well. So the key thing to remember is that things that are dead, they were alive at one point, but they are no longer alive now. Those are considered dead things. Okay. So who can tell me again, what is the difference between something that is living and something that is dead? All right. So we just talked about not living. Excuse me. What's the difference between something that is non-living and something that is dead? Okay. So we just talked about non-living things, right? So again, can I have a volunteer show me the difference between something that is non-living and something that is dead? Go ahead, Kyra.